In the second Cheshire home invasion trial today, lab officials testified about blood samples taken on the two men charged in that gruesome crime.
Jurors also heard testimony about the text messages exchanged between Joshua Komisarjevsky and Stephen Hayes. News 8's Jamie Miro live at New Haven Superior Court tonight with the latest. Jamie?
Well, Darren, some viewers may think that we sound like a broken record. We keep saying difficult testimony, difficult day, but each day really is difficult because the family is listening to some of the horrors that went on inside that house this afternoon. The chief medical examiner talking about the autopsy of 11-year-old Michaela Pettit. Now, as you mentioned earlier today, there was testimony about what was found on the phones of Stephen Hayes and Joshua Komisarjevsky. If there are any positives to discuss about this trial, and many may argue there are none, it's that Judge John Blue informed the court today that the case is proceeding on schedule and may even be a little ahead of schedule. That said, another day of testimony began. The first two witnesses were toxicologists that work for the state. Both testified that they performed tests on the blood of Stephen Hayes and Joshua Komisarjevsky. Both said neither Hayes nor Komisarjevsky had any alcohol or drugs in their systems. Next up was John Farnham, a former computer forensics investigator for the state, now an employee for Aetna Insurance. He worked on the cell phones of Komisarjevsky and Hayes. Text messages that the two sent to one another in the hours before the invasion were displayed on the screen. Hayes says at 7:45, "I'm chomping at the bit to get started," to which Komisarjevsky replies, "I'm putting the kid to bed, hold your horses." 30 minutes later, Hayes replies, "Dude, the horses want to get loose, LOL." Before lunch, the last testimony came from another multimedia forensic expert, testifying that the pictures on Komisarjevsky's phone were that of Michaela Pettit. Those gut-wrenching pictures that Komisarjevsky admitted to taking in his tape confession were shown to the jury. And coming up tonight at 6 o'clock, we get reaction from a friend of the Hawk and Pettit families about what was said by the chief medical examiner today about the autopsy of Michaela Pettit. Again, that's at 6 o'clock. For now, though, we're live in New Haven. Jamie Miro, News 8.